We're California girls stuck in a southern world is what we say. You got it. You got it.
I messed up. Oh, okay.
I would say our biggest influences, that the reason why we came, obviously our father. He's a little pushy to begin with, but we love him dearly for that reason, because he was really the one who said you guys would fit perfectly in this role. But also probably our greatest inspiration is our older sister Maggie. Maggie went to West Point and was an amazing, really loves the military lifestyle and is a big supporter of both of us.
So originally, I was gonna go on a recruiting trip for water polo because Katie was the water polo goalie for all 4 years. And so I thought, hey, might as well go on a recruiting trip, hang out with her for the weekend. I won't go to VMI. Like, I'm not going to VMI. Everyone asked me, are you gonna go to VMI? Are you gonna go in the military like your sisters? I said, oh, absolutely not. And I got there, and I remember pulling up to post and seeing just the limestone against the grass as it peaked up, and it was just absolutely beautiful. It was something that I had never seen before, and I started hanging out with the girls on the team, and the girls really make the environment.
I thought VMI was perfect for me, but I didn't know if it was perfect for Maddie. And so, but the other thing is with this little one, you can't push her in one direction or she's gonna go the complete opposite. So you have to let her make her own decisions. And so I laid all the groundwork. I said, hey, this is what VMI's done for me. If this is something you want, go for it. If it's not up your alley, there's plenty of schools that you can apply and go to. But she goes, no, I want this. This is what I want. I'm gonna go for it. And I was 100% on board, supportive, and ecstatic, obviously, because I now get a little buddy in this whole experience, so it's kind of been fun.
I think VMI was probably the best decision I've ever made.
So I know you wanted to go to VMI because of your own reasons, but were you ever hesitant to because you were gonna live in my shadow?
100%. There was a serious time in my decision-making process that I really had to take a step back, and I said to myself, am I doing this for my family, or am I doing this for myself? And I think the farther along I got into the process, I kind of realized I can do this. I'm gonna do this for myself. I wanna show myself that I can do it. And when I got to VMI, everyone was very supportive of me because they knew that I was Katie's little sister. They could take one look at me and they're like, you're a Berry. And it made me feel so much better because I knew that someone was looking out for me.
I had just graduated VMI when Maddie had arrived, so she really did get the opportunity, I think, to really carve your own. I told you all my rat stories. Who doesn't talk about rat stories? But I think, and that's the funny thing, even all my rat stories, you still decided to go there.
Well, so when she was a rat, I didn't really talk to her that much. As I started getting through high school, she told me more and more rat stories. And I was like, oh, it doesn't seem too bad. That seems funny. But then I got to VMI and I had my own rat stories. I was like, these aren't funny. These aren't funny. But it was okay.
I think the people that me and Maddie and the rest of our brother rats have become because of the experience is something that some people might take for granted, but we definitely don't. I think we recognize that experience as growth, and also it's made me and Maddie closer. It's made us closer with our brother rats. It's definitely something to share, and also it's, I think, made our whole family closer because we all really dived into the VMI experience 100%. The legacy that Maddie continues on is something I'm also so incredibly proud of, and the women that continue to stride towards excellence alongside their male brother rats, which is just incredible.
I mean, this year with Casey Meredith as a regimental commander, that would never have happened if the women before us had not paved the way. We need that push-up. We need that support from behind, because sometimes you're at school and you think, man, I can't do this. I can't keep up with the boys. But then you have those girls, you have those women behind you, and those little girls that walk around posts that say, hey, I want to come to VMI too. Can I come here? You have those people supporting you and pushing you through.
I think for me, Madeline, wow, what you just said, wow. One cool thing is watching how VMI has transformed through your eyes. I think it's really impressive actually, how far they've come. Everything is different now. VMI is a different place. I think watching it through her has made that apparently clear to me. These women need to see other women like them who've done it in front of their eyes to keep that motivation to keep going and keep paving. We're not done yet. I know we're not. We're getting there.
What did it feel like to walk across the stage at Cameron at graduation?
Ooh, that's a good question actually. It's honestly like an amazing feeling because it's like one of the biggest accomplishments you will ever do. Like, I mean, graduating from college, one thing, but like graduating from the Virginia Military Institute is like a whole nother thing. Because then you walk down those steps and you're like, oh, it's over. It doesn't really hit you though until, remember how we had to pack up the whole car that one afternoon? And we drove away from that last time. I didn't really realize what I was leaving behind. So you're never gonna have those moments when you can yell across the stoop at some of your best friends and yell, hey, come over, or run down the hall to
Make me cry.
It's one of the, but that's the thing. Like, it's one of those things that does make you cry because you're like, I never get those moments back. And there's some of your best friends, as you know, they still are in my life every day. I go to their weddings, I see their children. They're in my life forever, especially your teammates. Those are the people who have really seen you through thick and thin.
My girls.
Those are your girls. So those are those moments that you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't. You look back and you take them for granted a little bit at that moment. You don't really realize what's going on. First class year, I always think last one, fast one, you know, like when you're in the pool, because that's last lap. So you're in the last lap of your workout, you go last one, fast one, that's what you yell. And I almost want to tell you, no, last one, slow down, because you're never gonna get those moments back. And so it's kind of, when I tell people, it's a whole experience that I would go back in a heartbeat to do. And I've gotten to share every step of the way with this little munchkin right next to me, so. But it's been fun. I'm so glad. I guess, Maddie, I'm glad to have you as my legacy a little bit, even though.
I got a pretty good predecessor though, that's for sure.
When you put the two of us together, maybe we made something good out of it.
I guess, just a little bit.
Just a little
bit. You made me cry on the camera.